So we're gonna switch out our heads. We use the diamond tip microdermabrasion first, because remember in the other videos, we used the regular head first. We didn't really show you the diamond tip microdermabrasion on somebody's skin to show them that it turns red. My last client, she was chocolate. She was like me, but even a little bit darker, and it's not gonna show as much. You know what I mean? And if you do see dark red on somebody's face who's already dark or chocolate, that could be a bad sign, because it's like, wait a minute, they're not really supposed to show super, super bright red. Not even me. If you see red, red, red from my face, it's too much. You need to calm it down, or I don't know, I need to take a break. So we're gonna switch out the head to the regular head. And all these tips come with your machine. It comes in like 5 or 6 of them all together, 2 each head. So if you break this one, you still have a second one for backup. So let's put it on. And make sure the lip is in line with the LED. So this one is facing this way. I need to turn it so it can go this way. Perfect. So now it's like, well, turn it this way a little bit. Yep, it's straight ahead. And the lip is at a diagonal. It's like slicing, okay? If the slice is facing me, that means it's coming upwards. It's gonna be bad on the person's skin. Make sure it's facing down towards the skin, not facing this way. So make sure your water goes through. This is cleaning the face, getting rid of all the residue, all the soap we put on the face, chamber A. We want to now take it off, okay? We want to cleanse or clean the skin, not cleanse. Cleanser is the part where you're getting rid of dead stuff, getting rid of toxins and debris and makeup, or man's beard and craziness in the beard, little snakes and spiders. You're like, get rid of those things. And now that they're off, we want to basically flush and make the skin extra clean again. How do we do that? We change the control head to D. So the D chamber is the fresh water. Hold the machine on your hand, make sure the water cycles. Because remember, we use chamber A, so it has to cycle. It has to go through its little motions, and it's gonna go into, see, clean water. Now it's sucking from chamber D instead of A. I opened up my air valve a little bit to get a little bit more suction. There we go. So now we're gonna do the same strokes.
Oh, you don't feel at all.
Right, you don't feel the, right. So it's a totally different, as you can see, the client, she basically said, I don't feel no scratchiness at all, because yes, we switched the heads. This is just basically a cleansing head, or yes, cleansing off whatever we put on there, okay? Go to the left, perfect. And so when you're going to the left, make sure your client turns as much as possible to that left, so you have a good playing field to work with. Because if they're straight up and you're trying to go from the side doing all this extra stuff, it's hard on your back. Don't do all that good stuff. So just hold the skin taut if you need to. She has youthful skin, so I don't really have to hold her skin too taut or too hard at all. Now, if she had wrinkly skin or older, mature skin to where your wrinkles are showing everywhere, then I have to hold those wrinkles down. I have to keep moving, because trying to go over with this machine with people have wrinkles is hard to do. So just be careful. See, her skin is easy. All I have to do is hold her skin down as an anchor. This is your anchor hand. It anchors the skin down. I don't have to keep holding up here. Like traditional, we would have to do it this way, in between your fingers. And then move to the second section, third section, fourth. For her, I just keep my hands here and I do long strokes. One and done. Because her skin is youthful. I don't have to worry about her skin. Now, you don't have to take off the machine if you don't want to, off the skin. You can leave it on there. Instead of breaking it off, just travel with the suction, okay? Nice and slow. And I do it little sections around the eye because I don't want to pull somebody's underneath their eyelid, pulling it. Not with this machine. Eyelid skin is very, very thin, okay? So I'm gonna go back to neutral. Perfect. Switch my hands and my position.
Oh.
Oh, you're fine. Yep, you're good. Right, perfect. Sorry, just pulling out. Sorry. Sorry about that. So whenever it gets stuck on the skin like that, sometimes it'll suck, and like you tried to break it off, but it doesn't. Just tilt. As long as you tilt it, it loses suction. It's like you're literally breaking something off. Okay. So again, here, hold, just break to the side. Okay. And that's pretty much your D chamber. Turn it off. Take your ear hole or earplugs out because we can hear now. I got a little bit of water in there, so sorry. I should have pushed it way up in there. That's why you want your clients to put in anything, because they can actually feel, you know, their own body, their pressure. Like if you try to stick something in somebody's ear, it's like, oh my God, that hurt. Stop doing it. Just see like the water's all in there. So we normally get like a little towel. That's what's a nice piece of tissue, so they can blot their own skin, because sometimes that water does drip all the way in there. I apologize for that.
Oh, that's okay.
There you go. Take your towel, dry off as much as possible.
I can definitely feel it though. I can feel it almost feels like with the diamond head, like micro needling. No?
Yeah, just like this little scratchy.
I can't wait for my new skin.
You already have new skin. So see how she's glowing and everything is popping, and all we did was cleanse the skin. We degreased the skin, and when you see a shine, that's that new skin. That's the skin we want to see. It's supposed to shine. When somebody says, oh my God, I didn't scrub hard enough. No. Stop there. It's dry. You cleansed it enough. That's just your natural skin. You have oil production. She's going to have oil production. She's melanated. I know it's not a true word, but it's a word to me. So if you are highly melanated or somebody who has color to your skin, yeah, you're still going to shine no matter what, even in winter time, even after a cleanse. And we microderma braise the face, and she's still glowing. That's a good sign. Lets you know that you have oil production, and you'll never guess her age. She doesn't have any fine lines and wrinkles because of oil, okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and go into our next step. We already removed the cleanse, we analyze the face. This is our third step. Remember, we went over this before and I listed everything on the side. I'm basically doing it in real life, in real time. We analyze the face. The lights are bright, but they're bright for a reason. We normally would put cotton pads over the person's eyes so the light doesn't blind them while they're trying to rest. So right now, I'm looking at her skin. I'm basically saying, okay, there's one small little tiny bump right here on the cheek too. I really don't see any other acne. I don't see any fine lines, wrinkles, crow's feet, negative. I don't see any dummy lines or marionette lines or Pinocchio lines, you know, Pinocchio the doll, or any doll, not a Chucky doll. Chucky doll didn't have marionette lines. That fool was actually possessed. Like, he actually had real features. So, but he didn't have the lines, so he wasn't Pinocchio. He was an advanced model. But looking at the chin, I don't see any hairs, anything growing crazy, uneven skin tone. Her skin tone is perfect. I say perfect. In our eyes, no one's perfect. Like, we look in our mirror, we're like, my God, I want to change my face every day. But to me, I'm like, wow, you actually are perfect. You have the features that I'm looking at that most people want. The clear skin, no wrinkles, no uneven skin tone, no hyperpigmentation. If I don't say you have any of those things, that's when I say you have perfect skin. Because yeah, to me, it's like, wow, you're doing good. Everybody else, you're welcome. Like smoker's line, she has 0 smoker's lines on top of her lip. I can tell if you're a smoker or not. I can tell if you have port wine stain to rosacea to any type of skin condition, milia, pregnancy mass. She doesn't have any of that. So this is a perfect example of like, wow, I really don't have no work to do. That's why I like the HydraFacial machine. It does everything for me because we're practically almost done. So after the skin analyzation, if you know you don't have to do extractions, if you know you don't have to use a sonic scrubber, if you know you don't have to use the cold hammer, ultrasound, radio frequency, she doesn't need radio frequency, but we can still do it. I'm gonna show you, but her skin is good. She's youthful. So if you have youthful skin and you're doing well, even if you have mature skin and you're doing well, I might not need to do any of these up here. But some people have different skin conditions. Like if she had crow's feet, fine lines, oh, I'm gonna use that scrubber. Oh, if I gave her a chemical peel, oh, I'm gonna use that cold hammer. Or ultrasonic, if she has more mature skin to where those fine line, dummy lines or marionette lines, especially right around this area, I'm gonna put a good serum here, and then I'm gonna use my ultrasound to push that product in further and tighten up that skin. That's what that radio frequency is gonna do, and the ultrasound at the same time. I'm gonna use both. For her, I don't need to use it. I don't. But for you, and if that's what your client wants, give them everything. Now the sprayer, I would only use that just to add in a good essence, the growth factors or anything, those ampules, if you choose to pay for those. And that's why this bottle up top, right here, is so small. Because, oh, sorry, the ampule that you're gonna put in here, yeah, it's gonna cost you about $50, $60, $80, rose water mixed with turmeric, mixed with witch hazel, mixed with hyaluronic acid or whatever these so-called power ingredients are, or some sort of rapid wrinkle reduction juice, whatever. A rapid wrinkle that doesn't make sense. It took you years to get that wrinkle. It may take even longer to get rid of a wrinkle unless you're gonna go through laser treatments. So when they say the rapid wrinkle reduction cream, yeah, right. No, it through physics and like science, through actual knowledge of the skin, it won't work like that. Unless you just have some sort of miracle cream handed to you by an angel or God, her or himself, then yeah, you probably do have it. But other than that, this is just an enhancer. It's a booster, basically. It will help that skin to suck up the good moisture or essence of this cream or whatever you're going to use. Because when you use a hyaluronic acid or any cream base, it takes time to penetrate. It still takes time for your skin to absorb it. But when you have something that's small in essence, something like an ampule, something so small, minute, and it sprays on the face, it can go into the face quicker. That's all that this is, really. So don't let nobody size you up and pump your head up to where it's like, you have to buy this. When you go to these beauty shows and expos, I've seen people walk out of there with like $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 worth of product that they don't even use. Machines that they don't even use. That's why I love our client, because she gives facial classes and cavitation classes, laser, lipo, RF frequency, melt your fat away, all that good stuff. She does it. She's sitting right here on the table. I'm gonna give you all her information later on in the video. But Adrienne is wonderful. She lets you know the real deal. She teaches you to find details of her class. And even for me, I tell you to find details, because when you go to these shows and other trainings, my God, it's almost like a waste of money. You're happy in the beginning, but when you start to realize, wow, I didn't get trained on shit, it hurts you. It's like, damn. So for now, let's go into step 4, because I'm talking way too much. But you guys wanted this. You wanted a more detailed, the one on YouTube, the 45-minute video wasn't long enough. It was like, man, 40 minutes to me is pretty long. Like, I can't really sit through, unless it's a sitcom or movie. And even then, I get antsy unless it's an exciting sitcom or movie. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's just me. For you guys, I understand some people are didactic learners and all that good stuff. You really gotta dig deep and show you every little detail, that's what I'm doing today. So now step 5, like I said, we do extractions, but she only had that one little tiny bump here and here. We're not gonna do that right now because it looks like she already got this one, and like this is just kind of forming. It's just like a little small mosquito bite. Like it starts to itch, but then it goes away. It's gonna go away. She doesn't need it. But if I was an extracting tool, popped it, let's move on. Or you can use your fingers and boop, boop, whatever you want to do. Q-tips, however you want, okay? So that was step number 5. Number 6 is going to be Chamber B. Chamber B was your light chemical peel, or Chamber B was also your AS2. So if you did buy these solutions, AS2 would be in Chamber 2, B. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. But if you didn't have that brand, you made your own solution. Now we're gonna switch it to B, but I'm gonna use C because I know we're switched over.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. I can't wait.
What's that? The
Yeah, I want to see
solution?
how how it feels. And everything.
Yeah, we're about to do it right now. All right, got it on C chamber. All right, so your B chamber is your peel. So you can buy their brand, like I just showed you, or you can actually go online and purchase the actual chemical peel, which all that's in here is literally 10 to 15 drops of an actual chemical peel that's been diluted, or that can actually go into a liquid such as this. So this is mainly like a witch hazel. Witch hazel is a deeper astringent, more than alcohol, because it goes down deeper. Alcohol is a bigger molecule. It goes for surface cleaners. Most surface cleaners you have, chlor, all that good stuff, or wipes, have alcohol in them, because alcohol dries out crap. It kills stuff on contact. Isopropyl. Like you see in the nail shops, antimicrobial, antibacterial, yeah, they use nothing but isopropyl to wipe down any little thing because it cleans real good. Barbicide, oh yeah, if you look on the back and look at all the ingredients, I guarantee it's in there, guaranteed. But this one is actually just made witch hazel, your chemical peel, a little bit of surfactants that I mixed in, and it's proprietary to me. I'm not going to tell you like everything, because if you start mixing this by yourself and then say Benjamin told me to make it this way, that's why you don't have a video of this, because I don't want anybody's skin to be turning inside out and having nightmares. No, but it is safe. I've already tested this on a lot of people. It's basically the lightest chemical peel that you're going to, a baby peel basically. It's not going to hurt anybody's skin. All right, so now we're about to use it. Well, not my version, but the AS2, the one that you see online. We just posted it, okay? Let it cycle, let it get the water. There we go. Now, you might not feel like anything. You're like, oh, it's just like Chamber A. I'm like, yeah, because it's not like they put in a peel like mine. They didn't mix it in with an ingredient that's really gonna tingle on the face. They probably put in something super sensitive, something super easy that no one else will break out from. So I'm gonna go to the left. Perfect.
Did you switch the head, or do you still have the same one on there?
It's the same one.
It is?
Mm-hmm. If it's rough,
I can feel it.
it's probably because I put too much pressure on it. Turn it down.
Oh. No, it
Okay,
was
turn it
fine, but I just couldn't tell
To
which
the
head.
side.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you'll know, like if it's scratchy, then it's definitely the
First one. The diamond.
diamond. Back to neutral. Perfect.
So is there any like contraindications that, like, so if someone just got a wax, say they just got their face waxed, would it be okay to go ahead and do the Hydra dermabrasion on them?
You still can. You just have to be careful of the areas that you just waxed. So say it's like the upper lip, maybe lower lip, and then eyebrows. Then yeah, I would be on the top of the eyebrow. Yeah, I wouldn't go nowhere.
That
or
area.
Sometimes you're right, like right in here, because you know they're gonna put the wax and kind of line it up and make it look perfect. So now I'm probably just gonna stay on the forehead and then maybe the side of the cheeks. But in upper lip, I probably leave it alone. Chin area, I probably leave it alone as well, just the outer sides. So yeah, that's a good, very, very good question.
My skin feels amazing though.
Yeah, it's nice and smooth.
It feels really good. Oh my gosh. It's like my pores are like, oof. Like open. Yes, they feel good.
So now we're gonna go into step number 8. Remember, step number 8 was just to moisturize or add on your serum or moisturizer, sunscreen, all that good stuff. For in this case, we're gonna use the moisturizing serum that I pretty much put all together. Because remember, C is your disinfectant. Remember, we used the AO1 or AO3. I'm so sorry. Let me change it. The AO3 is the disinfectant for that chamber. Or you can use it as a serum chamber if you want to. So for me, we're gonna go ahead and use the serum. So this serum is the same as right here. And it also has CBD isolate. The differences between this one actually has the CBD leaves in it, the marijuana plant in it. This one actually just has the good stuff plus the good stuff without the leaves. That's it. Because you don't want leaves in your machine. No, you need the pure form. But this one we're gonna use, all right, so you don't need 2 pumps, 2, maybe even 1, because you're about to see. It's potent. And this is your serum. The 4 different oils plus the CBD. Okay? On the face.
It smells really good.
Yeah, those almond oils plus the other oils, they do. Now, if you don't want an oil with scent in it, then you're gonna have to use fractionated. Like fractionated coconut oil, oh yeah, it has 0 scent. And that's pretty much a good, but it's super, super light though. This one I have 4 different oils. So you're gonna have some sort of scent, like a hemp smell into it, CBD smell to it, and the vitamin E mixed in. You're like, okay, I smell it, but I want some people don't want any type of smell. They just want something that's gonna glide on their skin. Then just use fractionated coconut oil. Now regular coconut oil, because that's too thick and that's comedogenic, or always had a hard time pronouncing that, but that's gonna stop your pore or block it until you actually clean it off. So it might not be a good look. But if your face can actually handle coconut oil, go for it, because there's plenty of facial creams that have coconut oil in them, because it is super moisturizing. But if you know your skin can't process it or it doesn't go into your skin because it's too big of a molecule, then use something light like grapeseed or fractionated coconut oil.
But your serum feels really good.
Yeah, it's a nice slip and it's a nice little glide.
My skin feels, oh, I love it.
It's not super, super greasy. Now, if you put more than 2 pumps, it's gonna be like greased, like you ate a bucket of chicken. It's gonna be real, real greasy. But this one, I only did 1. Well, actually, I did 2 pumps. But even as you can see, it's conscious. It's too. Even my hand look nice and greasy. So you really only need 1 pump, like for real, for real. It's moisturized. Remember, it's 4 different oils. That's why you only need 1 pump. So when they're selling you these oils in Oil Valet or the big box store chains and stuff like that have oil in it, there's probably a lot of concentrated garbage in there. It's really not oil anyway, and it'll dissipate. This stuff will stay on your face all day. And it's a built-in sunscreen. So step number 8, you already did 8 and 9 all together, because 8 was the serum, 9 is now apply sunscreen. But if you use like shea oils, vitamin E oil, jojoba oil. They have a built-in sunscreen that most aesthetic schools will never ever teach you because they want you to buy other people's crap and brands. But they have a natural SPF 15 in them. When you look at nuts in that hard outer shell, that shell gets cooked. Don't get me wrong, in the tree, and that's how the nut gets formed. But the nut really doesn't change color at all. Like cashews or avocado. Avocado is still a nut. It came from a tree, you know. But all nuts kind of stay the same no matter how hot the temperature is. It has oil in it. It has blocking features to where it never fries out totally. And most of those nuts are coming from like Morocco or Africa, like dry places, and it still doesn't get obliterated by the sun. So that's just a true testament to what oil can do. It has a built-in sunscreen because it has to block out that sun. That sun really went through all, grapes wouldn't even exist. It would just fry right through it. Because in those grape fields in California, that's a seed in the inside, and that grape still tolerates all that California sun because it has phytonutrients and phytochemicals that actually fight off the sun. That's why grapes are red or green. They have melanin. Mostly all your fruits and vegetables have melanin if you really think about it. And that's how they can endure outside climates and weather. I know it's like a history lesson, but you know, some skincare schools are not going to teach you all that good stuff because they want you to buy the school's products. Every school has some sort of product they sell, every single one of them. They want you to buy this, Dermalogica, they want you to buy Image, they want you to buy Skin Script, they want you to buy, anyway, the list goes on and on. They're not going to teach you how to make natural stuff, put it on your skin, you'll survive. But now that we added in the moisturizer plus the sunscreen, that was it. And as we went over in earlier videos, the option number 2 would be for oily skin. Number 3 would be for the picky people skin where they have like crazy sensitivities, much super mature skin where they only want a little bit of steam, they only want a little bit of oil. Yeah, weird people. Well, they're not weird, they're just extra weird. Well, you know what I mean. They're extraordinary. And those people, you gotta tolerate a lot. Ooh, I don't want this, and this is not what I used before. Like, well, why'd you come in? Why don't you just bring your product from home? If you wanted to fake, why'd you know what I mean? That's option number 3. We went over that earlier in the video. You're gonna have to deal with some of those clients. They don't want the chemical peel. Oh, I only want a chemical peel right here on my forehead, just on this side. Really? Yeah. You're gonna have to deal with some people. Oh, can I have my cat and dog sitting with my lizard? I had a lady bring in a tarantula. Yeah. Shit, you not. Had in a little terrarium or a little see-through. I know. I still gave her facial. But that's how she felt comfortable. She felt comfortable. Now, the place I worked at, I'm not gonna name them because it's a well-known chain. I would love to, but I don't really need the cease and desist letters and stupid shit. But yeah, she brought in her pet snake and her pet tarantula all the time. That tarantula was as big as my hand. Like, it was huge. And I don't know where she got it from. I don't know if you have a permit for a tarantula. Like, do people just own it? I guess they do. She would bring it in, management approved it, and I had to she had set it right there on the side. I had an extra rolly chair so she could watch them. Or her, or whatever. I don't even know how she could tell it was him or her. Do we even know how the sex of a spider? But anyway, because it's not like a thing pops out. You know, how you gonna know it's a male? But she would have that in this damn snake. The snake wasn't too bad because it would stay right in this little cubby hole. You didn't even see it. It was in a little rock. That snake never even came out. You know, I was so hungry one day. I was like, man, I should eat that damn snake. But I did, you know, because they taught us how to eat snakes in the jungle training in Okinawa. And oh yeah, Operation Cobra and all the Gold Cobra. We got to eat the damn snake's blood and all that shit. It's just nasty. But they starve you in the jungle for a reason. You eat the shit out that snake. Damn right. I ate that damn cobra. I wasn't playing. It was like chicken. And it does taste like this. Yeah, just slimier. Anyways, make sure you take care of your client's skin. And those are those options. But the first one is literally just working with this head and cleaning the machine like you guys wanted me to do. This head, all you're doing is changing out the tips. That's it. And this is working through A, B, and C. The only other way you're using this machine is when you use these other instruments on top. The cold hammer, the spray, radio frequency, the sonic scrubber, ultrasonic scrubber, and ultrasound. Ultrasound, let's say she has a nice cream or serum on her face already. We can turn it on. We're gonna turn off the, we already have RF. I'm sorry, ultrasound. Make sure the power level is on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I missed it. And the modes, you can change in between each mode that you want to. One's just a direct mode. One's an all-encompassing omnidirectional mode where it's going to get all directions it can, okay? So the one that's constant is just a straight path. The one that's going up, over, down, that's the constant mode. But this other one that has like the infinity sign, like the infinity rings and infinity war, but you know the infinity, the 8 sideways, number 8, it's getting in multi directions. That's the only really difference. So here we're gonna go to multi direction. It's on 5 or 6. Turn it on, make sure your lights are on. It's gonna be a little cold. Make sure you warm it in your hand if you want to. Warm it up because it gets cold. And you have your serum on your hand anyway. Glide it against the skin. Tell your clients to be a little cold. Then your client's supposed to feel like some sort of like waves going into the face or movement. Something's moving going into my skin. Remember, it's tightening and product penetrating. So the product we put on the face is the serum, or you can use this, a gel. You can use your ultrasonic gel if you want to, or ultrasound gel. I make my own. This is just my cooling gel for my chemical peels. Because it has hyaluronic acid in it. Oh yeah, I want that to go right into the skin. So for this one, we just use the serum, the oil, which is still great. And you're just doing little small, concentrated circles.
Is that the RF for the cold, the cold hammer?
That's the ultrasound.
Oh, it is? Can you see the color?
The color?
Does a color come on it?
That's on radio frequency.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, radio frequency is like skin tightening.
Yeah.
And it does the LED treatment for, you know, acne.
And what's this one?
This one's ultrasound.
Okay.
Yeah, ultrasound is product penetrating to like your third layers of your skin. Really super deep.
But is that one the cold hammer?
Cold hammer is just cold.
Oh, okay.
Like when you do like a chemical peel and your skin's hot, yeah, you use a cold hammer. Ultrasound, like when athletes get hurt, they always put them on ultrasound machine because that injury is so deep, they want to flush out that inflammation. So ultrasound pushes lymph and blood and flow. It makes it move.
Okay.
For deep layers on the inside injuries. And then it also tightens up those muscles so it can contract and heal. Because when you have an injured anything like a broken bone, the muscle, you ain't in the gym working out, you know, because it's a broken bone. And so you still need to build those muscles. So then you still got to go through physical therapy. That ultrasound literally is doing workouts for that muscle.
How long would you do the ultrasound?
Just about 5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes is about the most. You can do 10 if you want to. You can do as many minutes as you want. It's just, I want to push into the skin really quickly and move on.
Okay.
So then radio frequency is this head. So let's just say somebody had, let's just say somebody has layer 1 and 2 of their skin cells and it's a little bit of fine lines, a little bit of wrinkles, but not true wrinkles. And I want to tighten up those skin cells where they actually feel it. Ultrasound's pushing and it's forward and it contracts at a deeper layer. This one at a layer of 1 to 2 layers of your skin underneath, but not super deep. Now, radio frequency like cavitation or the bigger machines, 840K, oh, that's gonna go way deep. Yeah, radio frequency is kind of like the deepest. Besides ultrasound, if you have the different type of heads and machine for ultrasound as well, they both do kind of the same functions, just different layers of levels of skin, that's all. And so for this one, actually has an LED head that's gonna light up as such. So we click it to RF. It says RF on the machine. So RF or R/F, radio frequency. Click it, turns on. So those colors, the red is like an infrared. It's like going into the skin and pulling out different types of ions or negative ions or tightening up the skin at a different layer and sending this red light, almost like red light therapy in a sauna room. Sauna room without red light is just dry heat and it makes you perspire, it makes you detox, right? But the red light actually goes into your body instead of the outside heat or the ambient heat just goes on the outside and cooks you from the outside. Red light or infrared penetrates through the skin cell barriers to fry the skin on the inside like the cavity. Our wonderful model, Adrienne, is gonna have online classes, in-person classes. She can explain all that stuff to you where it fries out the fat in the body. If you have just a little bit, you're trying to get rid of some COVID weight or holiday weight or just any weight in your life, yes, that therapy is going into that skin with the red light therapy. So we can change it to blue or green first. Green is for your lymphatic system. So let's just say we have our lymphatic system's a little poor and is not really working properly. We have digestive issues, facial issues, our blood flow's not pumping the way it needs to be pumping, because some people have pooling blood underneath their eyelids where it's like purplish or whatever, like a raccoon eyes. This is great for that. It forces that lymph and those lymph nodes and sacs of backed up fluid to move, finally to get the hell out of there. Now, other machines will actually warm up. The tips will get warm. I haven't had this machine get warm. Maybe it does. I haven't found that out just yet. I have to look into it. No manufacturer has gotten back to me, but normally it's supposed to be a little bit of a heat sensation, especially with the red, the infrared one.
What number did you put it on?
I put it on 5. Well, actually I have it on 6.
Yeah, go up.
That's probably what, okay.
Yep,
Let's test it.
It should heat up, man.
All right. Actually, I'm gonna put it to the max because everything goes to 10. Normally 5 is like a medium where you feel certain things, but 10 is like, oh, okay. Well, actually, RF goes all the way up to 20. I take that back. Every other instrument goes to 10. Radio frequency goes to 20. So it should be warming up or getting warm, hopefully.
It will. And I use it to contour up under the chin. That's what I use the radio frequency for.
So did you guys hear that? She used it to contour the face. You got like double chin, triple chin, quad chin, all that good stuff. Quan Chi, you can tighten up that skin and you're good to go. Is it getting a little warm?
It's
all right, so see, she said it's warming up. See, I got taught something new right here. You live, you guys have just seen it. Now see how she teaches these classes? Like I didn't know that. I don't they don't teach me in aesthetic school about the warming up of actually we don't even have this machine in aesthetic school, so how would we know? And that's another thing about continuing education. You may want to take as much as possible if you have the money and the means. I'm not saying go broke and take your little $600 or $1,200 stimulus checks and go blow it on that and you know your rent's due. No. Because that's how it's going to seem like in school. You got to buy this product. You got to, oh girl, oh guy, or whoever you're talking to, or them or they, or whoever the situation is in the transgender community, you're included. Don't go after what everybody else is doing. Keep it simple, but quality education from anybody. I don't care if it's a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old has something for me to learn and it's a genius 2-year-old. Like what's those winning numbers again? Yeah, I might be a lottery because of that kid.
And you can feel it heating up.
Wow, really? Interesting. That's cool. Okay.
And you'll feel it on your face afterwards.
I like this now. Okay, so now, hey, that's an extra bonus. So now that we've learned how to put it on level 10 or 20 or 15, I guess anything between there.
It's warm.
It's warm? Wow. Okay, so I take that back. It does heat. I think somebody asked that question maybe a couple weeks back and I said no because I didn't know that it went this high. I turned it on 10 and so I guess that's the medium. It's like it probably got a little warm, but I didn't know. So the 20 is where you want to be, 15 or 20. That's awesome.
Yeah, it feels really good. It's warm.
Wow, okay. So as I said, if that more mature client comes in, that option number 3, and they got cold blood and they blood ain't moving the way it is, put on that green or red or blue for acne, put it on that blue, fry out that acne, put the gel on or whatever you need to do. If they got the cold face, give it to them. Either way. Now, after a chemical peel, I wouldn't use that because your face is already heated and hot. That's why I broke them down into option 1. Option number 2 is with the chemical peel. Option number 3, well, option number 1 has the light chemical peel, B chamber. The option number 2 had the one where you're putting it on with the fan brush and your Petri dish. So you would have your peel, you put the peel in the bowl, take your peel, and then you manually put the really strong peel on the face. That was option number 2. And then you use your cold hammer, turn the cold hammer on, cold, and then cool the face down. Right, because you put the gel with the cold hammer, oh, instant satisfaction. And especially if you have some cold water. But if you don't have the cold water, use your cold hammer, use something in your fan, okay? So that was option number 2 for that one. In the video, I know it's super extra long, but it's long for reasons because we're basically condensing all of these classes, basic and master courses together. You would have to literally go to school how Adrian did and I did, and then take a master's course and then put them all together. You're literally learning all this in a 2 or 3 hour video, maybe 4, I think it's 4 hours long, but you're condensing all of those months into making someone's face gorgeous and wonderful. And look at her, man, she's doing great. Now the ultrasonic scrubber, if you did want to, how did I do that? Your ultrasonic scrubber, take the cleaning head or the protectant head off, turn it on. Turn the power level to 5 or 6, either one. Make sure the leads, it's working. Turn this on. Okay, so it should be like a little type of noise. And you hit, we're gonna go across the skin. It's a little cold, just let sure. And see how it vibrates. The way you really know if this is working, take a little bit of water on your finger and drip it on top. See, you see the smoke or the water when it dropped on it? There you go. See? And that's how you know your ultrasonic scrubber is working. Again, water.
And you can hear it.
And you can hear, exactly. There you go. So now you know it's working. So you go across the skin. Because remember, we put the serum on, or you can use hyaluronic acid, whatever you're going to put on the face. Even a mask, and we will have a mask class coming up soon, so you can know what type of mask to put on somebody's skin, how I give them a massage during the mask, and everything. And now I'm actually going fast. You would really want to be going slow so you can break open those epidermal or transepidermal water channels. And you want to put that product into the face. Now, this one is actually putting product in. If you turn it upside down, it's taking negative ions out of the face. So like the little scooper's upside down now.
So why would you use it upside down?
So upside down takes out negative ions from the face. So negative ions are those, when you have like free radicals rolling around on your face, the free radicals are negatives. You know, you're looking for another negative so they can form a positive. Okay. So you have negative and positive ions, or once they lose a negative, that negative ion goes and looks for another one. And it's called a free radical. It's free, but it's also radical. The whole word radical is actually the bad thing. It's the one that eats. It's gonna find your good blood cells and change it into its free radical or whatever it lost. It's almost like two partners, they're in the woods, they riding around, but somehow one of the partners strays away, says, look, I'm tired of riding through the woods with you. And you lose them, and you go looking for another one, that person goes steals somebody else's partner, even if it's like through, oh, I'm gonna kidnap this person. That's what they do. They literally kidnap skin cells. They or latch on to other skin cells, even if they have to kill the other.
So that would be like the acne, you know, acnetic skin, or what kind of skin type, you know, would that be?
It's for everybody. Like free radicals are from anything, like just from a molecule, from an atom. And whenever molecules break apart, they go and try to bond with somebody else, like a covalent bond and all scientific but it's true. They'll literally take, when you sleep, if you wash your face and all of a sudden you sleep and you didn't put like an occlusive barrier, like a moisturizer or whatever, those free radicals are literally eating at your face for hours at night. So when you wake up the next morning, like, why hasn't nothing changed? Like, what's going on?
Okay.
Yeah, you just slept on a dirty pillow, or did you change out your pillows? Did you sleep with your dog or cat, or did you sleep with your partner and they had like some crazy stuff on their clothes, or like some people when they wash their clothes, they have like The clothes are clean, but then it also has like free radicals on there as well. And so if you have something that's kind of rancid, you're sleeping on that.
Got you.
Yeah, it's gonna eat at your skin cells because it's like,
Okay.
oh, wait a minute, this is not normal, this is not natural, but it's now you're natural though. And so even our cell phones, when we pick up our cell, do you wipe your cell phone every day?
I do.
Right, so you
Because
do. But
I'm
how
an
many people,
esthetician.
exactly, but how many
Yeah.
people don't? And there's so much craziness on your phone. How many times we put our phones down and put it on
Yes.
anything? And it's like, you do know that just picked up some bacteria. We have kids, the kid touch the phone,
Yes.
mommy, I want the phone. You, what? And that kid probably wiped their nose, butt. So
Yes.
those are other atoms, ions, that cling onto that phone. And that's how we get disease. Microbial, microbes are just
Got
small
you.
little viruses, and then they turn into bigger thing called a virus.
Okay.
Bacteria can turn into that as well. Bacteria are bigger molecules that start off big, like sepsis. We always want to clean the skin, like when you do surgery. That's why those people, the doctor, they have to wash their hands so many damn times before they get in touch with the client. Or the nurses they have to keep washing to prevent sepsis, because people can die just from an operating room, even though the procedure went well. But now the healing phase, somehow some sort of free radical or bacteria is still floating, and it went into that wound, and it caused them to die. I'm like, wow, and that's called sepsis.
So we turn it upside down and take it out,
Right.
and then the other way we
It's
are
pushing the product in.
infusing product in. Okay.
Amen. Yeah. And some people, they don't. They're in the Milady's book. They don't even teach it. I'm like, yeah, that's why the lip is this way. That's why it looks funny. Yeah, one's for negative, almost like a negative ion foot bath when you see the water kind of turn because the toxins are being pulled out.
Yeah.
Now there's ion baths that are true to that. Then there's some chemicals that just the water turns brown anyway, and they bullshitting people.
Yeah.
But no, that's actually a real thing. It's actually taking out the negative ions out of the foot of the body through lymphatic drainage, or like you're basically detoxing the foot. That's all it is. And you're using certain chemicals like Epsom salt. Epsom salt literally puts back balance of your body for, oh my God, I'm forgetting, like magnesium, iron, zinc. If you get that type of Epsom salt where it's mixed in with a lot of good minerals like sea salts, or pink Himalayan salt has 83 minerals that our body kind of needs. But we should be taking more not Epsom salt, but Himalayan baths. We just take a regular soap and water bath. Oh God, the industry does not want us to know about holistic healing. They don't want you to be smart, because now we're not dependent on them. Big Pharma makes so much. They would rather you die. They just want to keep you sick, patched up for a little while until you keep needing them. They don't ever want you to heal properly. No, if everybody started getting wise and started treating themselves right, we would have no need for Big Pharma at all.
My skin feels amazing.
Yeah, I'm so sorry we've been on the table for so long. I know you probably got pee and everything. Yeah, we got